Welcome back to Dwn2Rth. What episode is this?
This is the third episode now.
All right, welcome to the third episode. Once again with Gabe. I'm Kaleb, and we have former college baseball player Ian. Ian, tell us how excited you are to be on here, how much you love Zen, and a little bit about your backstory.
Well, man, like I've always wanted to be a part of content creation.
Like porn?
Not exactly porn.
Some sort of porn.
I like being on video with my clothes on.
Yeah, and not everyone wants an OnlyFans.
The beginning
Kaleb.
straight bait.
Exactly.
The beginning straight bait person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I've always wanted to be a part of content creation. Grew up in Tennessee, always. Been here my whole life. Did play college baseball for 2 years. Ended up jacking up my elbow. Now work in sports retail, as y'all know.
That's how we all met, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For a little further context, everyone here works for a sports retail store, which is how we all met.
It's kind of funny because you see a lot of podcasts, Joe Rogan's like, today we're having Lil Uzi Vert, and now it's like, hey, this random guy that we work with, he's coming on, by the way. And the viewer is like, okay.
Oh, well, it's good to get to know your backstory, your life.
Yeah.
You know?
So tell us more about you.
Well, came out of college or went to college to be a teacher. Started student teaching, got into the classroom, realized I absolutely hated it. Mm-hmm. Then after that, I came back for my second year in college to play baseball. Got through probably the first half of the season. Started having like problems feeling my hands, and then after I had problems feeling my hands, I went to a doctor. Doctor said, "Hey, you have nerve damage. You either go surgery or go rehab route. Rehab's going to take a while. Surgery's going to take at least a year recovery." Talked to the school. School said, "Get fucked. We're not paying for that." So I was like, "Okay, looks like my baseball dreams are over."
Typical
as a
Christian
5'9"
college.
white guy. Yeah, typical Christian college. So then I went to ETSU for a year for business. Got into the retail game. Worked 3 years for another sports retailer, and then came over here to y'all.
A better sports retailer, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
A much better one.
Yes.
Okay, Ian, real quick. We did this with our last guest, so we decided to kind of continue with this trend where we get a new guest and we kind of want to ask him the same question. We've already shared all ours, so you're not the only, you're not left out, but give us the first story when you first nutted.
Yep.
First nutted.
Yeah, like you in your mind, you're like, I am going to do this now. Now's the time to try it out.
To recap real quick, by the way, Gabe's was outside for some reason. Mine, I was in the same room as my family. They did not see. It was not incestual. If you want to see, go to episode 2. Episode 2, right?
Yeah, episode 2.
And then Will, who we had on last time, he fucked a pillow pet. So you go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I feel like my story is probably a lot more tame than y'all's. I went.
You trying to say something without doing it outside?
Well, I mean, like, it's nothing against doing it outside, man.
Better than next to your family.
Yeah, way better than being like in the room with like.
They didn't
your
see,
family.
and it was in my pants, and my pants were on. So
that's even worse, Kaleb. That's even worse. But I think first memory of nutting would probably be I was either 12 or 13. I was definitely in middle school, and I found some porn in my brother's room. And that was like the holy grail to me. I watched that one porn DVD probably from 13 to 16 until I discovered
DVD
online.
porn?
Yeah,
Are you
DVD
32?
porn. Exactly.
I told you my first porn was a pay-per-view porn, and you dissed me about it.
I know you're 34.
Okay.
But I found it in there. I popped it in. I was like, okay, kind of like, experiment and touching, yourself like for the first time.
Or 2 seconds in touching yourself.
But that what really freaked me out, and I didn't know what was going on the very first time. The girl started giving dude foot job, and I was like, "Is this normal? Like, do women do this? Like, what the fuck is going on?" But yeah, like just watching some porn in your own room, stealing it from your brother. Pretty basic story.
What is your stance on feet now?
I'm not very attracted to feet.
How old were you when this happened?
13.
Okay, you said yours was pretty young, right?
I think I said it was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I think I was like 10 or 11 too.
I was definitely interested in women before then, but I think it just took me a while to figure out how to jack off.
Yeah, that's how it was for me. Like that's why I did it outside. I was like, how do I do this? I don't. And it was the middle of the night too, so I was like, how do I do this? No one can see me. It's time to figure it out.
It's dark outside. I can go out there.
See,
basically,
I'm waiting for the day that we have like a guest on, and there's just like they were on the plane that like crashed into the Twin Towers, and they were like, "That's the first time I noticed it."
I was watching the news that day.
I saw those planes just get pounded, or those buildings get pounded, and I just came right there.
You were even alive when that happened.
Don't out me like that. I am the youngest one at this table by a fucking long shot.
That's for sure.
In case you didn't, I am the oldest. Okay, so real quick for a YouTube short, I am the oldest over here. We got Kaleb is the youngest, and we have Ian being the middle. Are we gonna
say our ages?
No, I don't mind. I've already said I'm 25 because our first episode was about like 20 minutes was just about me figuring out my age.
He thought he was 24, and I was like, Gabe, I remember your 25th birthday.
Like I went to it. I was there.
Ian, you're 24, right?
Yeah,
I'm 20. Should we recap the Super Bowl, gentlemen?
Go ahead.
Ian, I want to hear your take on it. Did anyone actually watch it, or was I the only one who actually watched it?
I was able to catch OT.
I watched the entire, from start to finish. So did you watch it?
So I was at work for most of the time, but of course I peeked back into the break room, watched a couple of.
Obviously, I wanted the Niners to win. I love Taylor Swift a lot, but I was tired of the bullshit, and I wanted the Niners to win. Because I hate it when teams, when shit's scripted. You don't really see that shit in basketball. Because it's like the Chiefs is one of their worst seasons, and of course they win the Super Bowl. But in basketball, it's like, this is Purdue's best season. Oh, they go out first round.
Yeah, I understand.
Or in the NBA,
that.
you still see, I've never, besides honestly the bubble year, I've never really felt like a championship has been scripted. I mean, the Golden State years were interesting, but they were just fucking amazing.
Well, I feel like it's a lot harder to control basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, they talk about the magnets in the basketball thing. Can you really do that?
Oh, I 100% believe that when LeBron plays, he has magnets.
Do you think so?
There was one game I watched where it was like, first of all, he doesn't do this shit on 2K. Second of all,
I was the right My Team card, my boy.
I think so. It was pissing me off because my dad and I were watching, and we equally hate LeBron. And I was like, this is bullshit. Like, this is bull. And it was in the bubble too. And I was like, obviously, they built this shit from scratch. Like, there's got to be magnets.
There's got to be.
But still, I mean, sometimes the ball just doesn't go in. You can throw a football to someone.
Yeah.
In script. I'm not saying the NFL scripted, but I feel like there definitely was a it's just it always just works out weird where we always know who it is that wins.
Well, going back to the Super Bowl, I put $50 on that game, and every one of my bets were for the Chiefs to win. Now, I also thought the script would include a Travis Kelce touchdown, just to have Taylor's
trash.
Yeah. He had one reception for
Well, that's why he yelled up to Andy Reid, because he was like, "Give me the ball more."
I will say the fourth quarter he did pop off, because he's the reason they got that touchdown, because he had an amazing run. But no, the fact that you went up and just pushed Andy Reid was crazy to me. Could you imagine it, anyone else in the world doing that? They'd be fired.
But let's see, because I was watching Stephen A. Smith talk about this, and he was saying how it's I understand it's disrespectful or anything, but it's the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It is the competition, and you're the number one target for that team. You are a undeniably Hall of Famer. You are going to be one of the probably the best tight end that Chiefs ever had.
The Super Bowl was supposed to be his defining moment to put him up.
So the emote for him, that's especially when you're the guy to throw the ball to, and you've only gotten it one time, and you're losing in the Super Bowl, I would be pissed off too.
Oh, yeah. I think you should never yell at your coach in any scenario in history, but I still think that it definitely I like that it showed that he wants it. He wants it bad.
Well, what I think that really shows is not only that he wants it that bad, but the respect between him and Andy Reid. If he's able to go to his coach and yell at him and show his emotion,
shove him too.
Yeah, and shove him, and Andy Reid to be okay with it. That just shows a different kind of connection between him and his coach.
It shows that he's earned that respect from Andy Reid himself.
There's if it was Jalen Hurts or Nick Sirianni, it'd be oh, Nick Sirianni's a bitch. How do you take that?
Tony came up, pushed Andy Reid and said, "Give me the motherfucking ball."
Kadarius Toney can't even get a game anymore. Isn't it? I think it's Kadarius.
You heard that?
Yeah, he has no depth perception. Can't tell with a straight line, and he can't tell how close the football is to his face.
It's just crazy. For most of the season, he was their number one receiver, and they just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that is crazy to think about. They lost one of their top options right before the Super Bowl and still pulled it out. It's scripted.
Wait, who did they lose?
Kadarius Toney. He didn't play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you were calling him their top option.
He's one of.
Rashee Rice definitely has already surpassed him. Though.
Oh, he killed it.
Oh yeah,
he killed it.
I was able to pick him up on my fantasy just as he was starting to pop off for the Chiefs.
Would you see?
Clutch pickup.
Because they went. Patty was screaming at him, and then he ended up doing a lot better.
He's a rookie, isn't he?
I don't know.
Like, is it second year?
I think it's his
I don't really
second
know.
Second year.
All I know is I know who's winning the Super Bowl next year, and it is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Have y'all seen that bet that's going around? The guy put, I think it was $10, and it was on the Chiefs to win, the Oklahoma City Thunder to win, and the Texas
it was like
Rangers to
1.2
win.
million or 1.5.
He can cash out right now for like $23,000.
Bro, I'd do it.
Would you cash out right now, or would you wait with how the Thunder are
How much did he put on it?
I think it was like $10, man.
If he had put like $10K on it, because that's what a lot of people do, I'd cash out. But I don't care. I'm taking the $23K right now.
You're taking $23K right now.
Yeah, and then I'm shooting Shea in the leg to make sure that I don't miss, so that I don't ever think about the fact that I missed.
Do you believe in the Oklahoma City Thunder?
No.
You think they're frauds?
No, I don't think they're frauds. I think they're amazing, but I think they're still missing a little bit. Like I think they need just like a teeny bit more size.
Even
with
the trade acquisition, sending out Trey Men and everything.
Yeah, but they didn't really get. Well, they got Gordon. That's all they got.
Yeah,
they got Gordon Hayward.
Hayward.
But I just feel like in their which I know they have Podashevsky. I know they have Chet, but I still feel like they're missing just a little bit more size. If they had like a forward or a guard that was like 6'8", I'd feel better about it. I think they have a good chance, but I feel like but the thing is, Chet is 7'3", but he's also 40 pounds.
Yeah.
So I feel like
moved, yep.
I just don't know, like, because we all know, I hate the Lakers, but we all know they're going to make a playoff run because this is the way they do it every year. And LeBron's going to beat the shit out of him. And I hate LeBron so much, but he's going to beat the shit out of him. So I don't know. I also do. I think OKC, I don't think they're like, because you know when Memphis had that really good year and then they did nothing? I don't think they're like that. I don't think they're like a 1 year team. I think they've built something. I think they'll at least go one round in, and then I think they're going to be in the playoffs for probably the next 7 years.
Yeah, they have a really, really good young core.
Even if they were to lose, I think even if Shea went down, I could still see them.
Yeah, I think a top 5 team next year. Yeah.
I think they have a good team. The fact that they were a playoff team last year, and then they added someone who could potentially win Rookie of the Year, he's not. Because Wemby, I mean, he had fucking 10 blocks last night.
Yeah, triple-double with blocks.
Triple-double with blocks. He's going to get a quadruple-double. But I just feel like the Celtics year, which I know that's biased because I'm a Celtics fan, but I 100% feel like this is the year. If Porzingis stays healthy, because that is a different team.
Hasn't he been out a lot of the year?
No, he really hasn't. He's really he hasn't missed all that much.
Really?
Not as much as you think. And if he does get an injury, he's out for like a game.
Okay.
Now, we still have 30 games left in the season. We still have 4 more rounds. You never know, because Tatum was healthy last year and then got hurt. Or not last year, the year before was healthy and then got hurt in the finals. You never know. I mean, I think they have the 1 seed secured no matter what happens.
Oh, yeah. It's locked down that they're the 1 seed going.
I think it's locked down, but I don't know. I feel like this is the year. I feel like the Celtics are going to win one with Tatum, and I feel like it's going to be this year. I don't know if they'll win again after. Like, I honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know if Tatum, I love Tatum so much, but I don't know if they'll win multiple, especially with, I don't think the East is, I think the West is going to be the issue. I think they'll make it through the East a lot.
Just losing.
But I think the
finals.
West has a younger, like, because think about Wemby's going to keep getting better. OKC's going to keep better. Sacramento's going to keep getting better. So I think they'll be able to get through the East because all the stars in the East are kind of getting older. Like Joel's 28. Giannis is, Giannis 29?
29 or 30, yeah.
29 or 30. Like, but then you look in the East or in the West, everyone's so young.
Yeah,
so I think that's
the
the
Golden
issue.
State Warriors is the oldest team, them, the Lakers in the West, and that's about it.
Well, the thing that pisses me off is the West had a bad year too a few years ago when the Celtics made the finals, and then the Warriors popped off. So I don't know. I feel like the West. I don't think the East is going to be the issue. I mean, I think the Heat have. I mean, I forget how to pronounce. I forget how to pronounce his name. Like, and then obviously Tyler Hero is still young and Bam's still young, but I don't think there would be a massive issue in the future. But I can't really think of anything crazy in the East that
this is
like,
my
holy
problem
shit.
with the Celtics, Caleb, and I need you to realize this.
What is that?
If Jason Tatum twists his ankle first round of the playoffs, do you really believe in Kristaps Porzingis and Jaylen Brown to carry you through a series?
I think they could win a few games. I don't think they could win the finals.
Okay, so you're saying as long as JT's healthy in the finals,
as long
everyone
as
else can make
JT is healthy, because they made it to the finals and then JT hurt his ankle.
Yeah.
Or was that last year? No, that was last year. That was last year when they were against the Heat.
Yep.
and then they collapse. But also JT, all he does is shoot, but every once in a while, like when he's not doing too good, he'll actually fucking get aggressive, realize he's 6'10", and he'll go to the rim. But if he can't be aggressive, shut up. But if he can't be aggressive and his ankle's hurting, what's he gonna do?
That's true. True. Oh, last question about the Super Bowl. Do y'all, well, like we were talking about before the podcast, do you think this was the most entertaining Super Bowl in history?
Hell no. No, I don't give a shit that they gave it overtime.
From what I saw in overtime, I don't like. This is my issue with seeing that game with the 49ers. Like, for some reason, this is the game where you decided, hey, let's try to prove people wrong about Brock Purdy and try to get him to throw the ball as many times as he can, which is like the stupidest thing, because in the final drive, they're like, okay, let's actually give it to Christian McCaffrey. And look what happened. He took him to the other side of the field and like in 4 drives and four runs.
I need you to realize I had Christian McCaffrey over 90 rushing yards and I was so pissed.
Yeah.
So pissed.
So like, it's so stupid that they waited until the last minute to do it. And then they did the same with the Green Bay Packers. And like when they were losing and they would take it to the last drive, they just gave it to Christian McCaffrey and he took him to the end zone.
That's the annoying thing about
What? Y'all watched the game against Detroit?
I didn't see Detroit, no.
So Christian McCaffrey, I felt like I was watching that game while bowling, so little gaps in between. But every time I saw the 49ers with the ball, Christian McCaffrey was breaking off 10-yard runs.
Yeah, I know. And then that's why I'm like, because they were just, I think the coach as well was just like trying to help Brock Purdy out, because people were always saying, oh, he's a game manager. And then after the Super Bowl, I mean, Brock Purdy, he's good. He's got talent. I'm not saying he's trash or anything like that, or he's bad, but it's like people were debating, is he a game changer or a game manager? The Super Bowl, everyone's saying that he proved everyone wrong in the Super Bowl. If anything, he proved people right that he is a game manager and not a game changer. He didn't play bad. But if he was a game changer, he would have taken them. He would have gotten them a touchdown, not a field goal, if he was a game changer.
No, you're right, because I mean, the guys who are game changers do that.
Like that's what Patrick Mahomes did. He couldn't see anything, so he made the move himself and ran down the field.
Here's the thing, though, is he gave his team the tools to win. He got them in areas, but he didn't win the game. And if you want to be a star QB, you got to figure it out. You got to figure that shit out.
I feel like also with the 49ers, like offensive scheme, stuck with what got you there. Has Brock Purdy been putting up 400 yards each week and I just haven't seen it? No. Like Gabe said, why are we trying to prove ourselves in the Super Bowl?
But Christian McCaffrey was in the MVP conversation.
Exactly.
But the thing that pisses me off about the running game a lot in big games, like you can talk about, I don't give a shit about regular season when it comes to the run game, but in playoff run games is if they only get 1 yard, like if it's the first down and they only get 1 yard, it's like, oh, we can't run it the rest of the time. Try it again.
Yeah.
Try it again. You have 4 downs.
And also, if you get to 3rd down and it's 3rd and 5, I'd rather have a 3rd and 5 than the 3rd and 10 any day with 2 runs on the board.
If it's Devin Singletary and he gets 1 yard, maybe I won't give it to him again. If it's Christian fucking McCaffrey, I'll give him to him all 3 times.
One of the best running backs in the league. Come on now.
That's what pissed me off. It was like, okay, he only got 1 yard. Give it to him again.
See, and also the thing is that made me annoyed is because with the overtime drive that got them the field goal is that like Christian McCaffrey took him up there, and then once they got to the red zone, Christian McCaffrey was already too tired because he took him all the way up. So they took him off for the red zone part, and they couldn't get it. So then they had to do a field goal.
They need an end zone.
I
know, but like they gave him the backup running back, but the backup running back couldn't do anything. He wasn't. They were blocking him, and he couldn't do anything. So it's like but Christian McCaffrey took him there, so they had to take him out because he was tired.
Well, that's why I liked the Lions this year, is because Gibbs would take him down the field, and then Montgomery would finish the job.
Push it in, yeah.
Because they would both do fine. Because you never knew like which one to start if you had both or whatever. But it was like they each have a job. Like Montgomery, I killed it in fantasy for me because he was just you end zone, you give him Montgomery.
I'm low key a Lions fan just because of Barry Sanders. I've always loved Barry Sanders. Madden 25 cover athlete Barry Sanders.
Wait, what?
Amazing. Madden 25 happened a couple years ago. I think 2013 was the 25th anniversary.
I know you're talking about.
Edition of the game, but Barry Sanders on that cover made me a Detroit Lions fan.
I know I meant to bring up. Well, we have a few things that we like definitely need to cover because we have one thing. We're gonna get to the Drake nudes for sure, just for you. But I have big news for the podcast, right?
Okay.
Because I have a girlfriend now.
This is basically what you've been updating us every episode, basically more or less.
Yeah, so she started as the girl I was talking to, and now she's the only one of 5 I'm talking to. I'm kidding, she's the only one.
So what made you make that decision?
So I especially with my last girlfriend, that made me scared of commitment. And then every girl since then, it was if they were like, one girl was like, she was like, oh, we should move together. And I was like, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. But with her, it was like, I never got tired of her. And I was like, I get tired of everyone, like everyone on the planet. Like, it doesn't take a year for me to realize I'm tired of this person. Like, I get tired of someone within a day. It's like, I need my own space. But with her, it was like, I was like, I can't get enough. And I didn't know that she felt the same way for the longest time, because I thought she was honestly just looking for a friend. And so I was like trying to be flirty and stuff. And then we were just laying in bed. It was like 2 a.m. And I was like, I actually like someone for once. And so I was like, I'm not gonna like just wander and play games. So I like looked at her. I was like, what the fuck do you want?
You locked her down.
I was like, what do you want? And she was like, I want you. And I'm like, well, let's date then. She's like, okay. And then, cause I deleted Tinder after our first date. Cause I like, the thing is, I definitely have had commitment issues in the past, but when I know something, I know something. And that goes for
resonates with
everything, like everything in life. Like, so it was like after our first date, like I had a lot of like, cause I was going through my fuckboy phase. And after our first date, cause there was a girl.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
You deserved it. Yeah. For how long? For how long? Yeah, it's been. Yeah, you deserve it.
So the bullshit I've been through, I deserve the fuckboy phase. And the fuckboy face sucks ass. Like everyone can say it's cool. The fuckboy's face sucks ass.
It's like a high while you're in it, but once you kind of get out of it and you look back, you're just like, why was I like that?
Yeah, it's like why was I like that?
But and everybody needs one.
I definitely needed it, because I mean that was one reason me and what's her face broke up, is because we both needed our fuckboy phases. She's a girl, so she's a fuck girl. I promise I'm not gay. It doesn't matter though. But so I had our date like with her lined up. I actually had 4 dates lined up that day, and I chose my favorite. She was my favorite, and so I went with that one. So I canceled on all the other girls. Like I had it in like North Carolina, Knoxville, like multiple different places lined up. And
keep your options open.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it open. And then we went on our first date, and it was just different from any girl I've ever met in my entire. The fact that I can make jokes about whatever I wanted, and she thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
See, that's
like,
so beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Is I've been on dates with like girls, and it was like the whole time I'm being like just so bullshit and like not making any jokes. And so like literally one of our first dates, because she's mixed, she was like, "You ever been pulled over?" I was like, "Nope," because I am white, bitch. You can't say that. And then it hit February, and I was like, "Oh, happy Black History Month! I'm so happy for you." So like the fact I can make jokes with her, and like she's like, but it's like jokes
the
about
right way.
Yeah, like jokes about everything, like in all facets. She liked it, and so it was like the first time, honestly, I was with a girl for 4 years, and honestly didn't feel like it'd ever be my true self. But the fact that I met this girl one time, and I was like I was so happy, and I could be myself. It was a sign. So then I had a girl who was supposed to come stay with me the next day, which obviously sex, and just never texted her. I blocked her, never texted her back. And then she definitely didn't like that. And then I was talking to, like, I'm not bullshitting when I say that, like over 50 girls.
I can confirm this.
Confirm this. So I mean, not ugly ones either.
He was showing everyone at work at our job to confirm it.
Yeah, like I was talking to a crazy amount. Stop talking to every single, and the people like were legit. Like girls were legitimately getting mad. Like I was getting, don't give out your phone number unless you're 100% sure. Like I was getting texts, and they were like, "What the fuck?" Like, and I'm like, if I was becoming your boyfriend, you'd want the same thing.
Exactly.
Obviously, like I wasn't becoming her boyfriend yet, but I was like, I feel something. Like I hope she feels the same way. And then it was a week. She came over, and then we consummated, and then I just knew from there. And then I just knew. I just knew it.
I'm happy for you, man. I really am. I'm glad to see you went through your fuckboy phase. You transitioned out, and now you're on the other side. You're a better man for it. What you learned, what you discovered, and now you're in a happy relationship.
I learned a lot, in which that brings me. Oh, also, honey, I clogged your toilet. I'm really sorry.
Have it out on the pod.
I stayed at her place the other day, and she goes to work earlier than me. So I leave and I just lock her door or whatever. And
fat dude.
I shit in her toilet, and I flushed it, and it wouldn't go down. And I was like, what do I do? I was like, I would drive an hour to work. I went through. She has like 15 bathrooms, and I went through like every single bathroom. Could not find a plunger. I was about to reach my hand
with
out,
your bare hands.
With my bare hands, just to make sure she knew I didn't shit in her bathroom. And so I could not flush it. Finally, it went down. But I don't know if it like is 100% fixed. So I'm hoping she didn't get home and a little turd like came up. But if you're watching this
That's the
someday,
absolute worst.
I did clog your toilet, and I'm really sorry. But maybe put a plunger in an area like a normal human being. But okay, so this brings me to my next topic because I have some good ones. I want to hear everyone's like funniest reasons why they either broke up with a girl or ghosted a girl, because I have some good ones. Gabe, I want you to start. Like what? Like you could share one, I'll share one, Ian share one, and then we'll go back around. Like unless I don't know how many you guys have, but like what's just like a funny reason you just ghosted a girl?
I never had really a funny reason. For me, no. All of my
What's a dickhead reason?
A dickhead reason? I don't fucking know. I think I talked to a girl and she invited me over to a house to watch the 4th of July fireworks at Freedom Hall.
Because they
live near there.
Yeah, it's a sexy holiday.
So I went there and then like
Rocking a tank
her
top.
family, no, she was nice. But no, I'm not me, bro. You see this fucking build? I can't rock a tank top. But we went there and then like her family was just so fucking like she was like, I hope my family doesn't put you off. I'm like, I'll be fine. And then their
family.
Well, everyone usually says that. Like, my
yeah, I mean,
that's
that's why I was like, yeah, my family's fucking even, bro. Don't even get started with my family. But like, I just like, I'll be fine. I'll be okay. And then I went there, and then it was just way more than I imagined. It was like she told me she was like, I have a lot of siblings, and then that's how she said it. And I was like, oh, I don't care. Like I'm Mexican. A lot of Mexican families have a lot of siblings. But and then I went there, and it was like 5 kids.
5?
Yeah.
Like small children, or are we talking like...
She was the oldest. And so we were like, I was 21. She was like 18. And then, I mean, that's like, I guess, yeah, the biggest age gap or something like that. I don't know. But she was the oldest. And then the second youngest was like maybe 15. So like everyone else is just so short. I mean, not no short. They're young.
They're so short.
I mean, they were short.
Short ass kid. Ugly ass boy.
But like, and then her parents too was just like so fucking weird. Like the mom just came in and like she didn't even know I was there. It was like more bills in today. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay them all. I'm just like, okay.
It's nice to meet you too, ma'am.
I'm like, okay. So if I get with this girl, I'm probably gonna be paying for everything. And I'm like, I ain't about that life.
I'm already doesn't pay for anything for women.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, no. If you got a job, you can pay for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, if we're not gonna be like a full on relationship kind of thing, and just kind of be like a mingle kind of thing, like you can pay for yourself. I don't care.
We can split the bill.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm doing this for about as much the same reason as you're doing this. Okay, exactly. I don't got to do more than you. I'm all about equal cheddars. Yeah, I'm all about equal rights.
The spinach dip.
I'm all about equal rights, bro. Like you got as much right to pay the bill as I do. Okay. So we're
feminists on this podcast.
Yeah, me and Kaleb, we've already established that we're pro LGBTQ. Even though he talks about his boss all the time, but you know what? Yeah, there you go.
Hey, we were, baby.
Yeah, we got it.
Our boss.
Yeah, there we go. I have a Love Unites Nashville jersey shirt that promotes LGBT plus and stuff. So we're all good. So we'll move on to the next topic. Kaleb, you are the only person that's watched a certain video of a certain celebrity.
Video?
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Well, I wanted to hear Ian's funny one.
Oh, no, yeah, I forgot we were talking about Ian. Continue.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Ian, tell me a funny.
I wouldn't say funny, but I knew I wanted to. I was dating this girl in high school. She probably didn't know this at the time, but she was definitely the rebound girl. Dated her for way too long. I drug it out way too long. I say I was probably in my fuckboy phase. I literally was so happy to go on a baseball trip out of town so I could get away from her for a weekend. I go to my room, I get ready, I walk upstairs, I go outside to get into the car with my parents. She is sitting in the car. She never said anything to me. She talked to my parents about coming on this baseball trip with me. And I was so pissed. I just needed a little bit of time to myself. I had no way to communicate this. She's already packed her bags in the car with my family. I have to spend the whole entire weekend with her. And when I got back, I knew for sure I wanted to break up with this girl. I was like, I have to get away from you.
Did you smash on the trip at least?
Got my dick sucked in an elevator. So that was a plus.
That must have been a quick one then.
I mean, she looked at me and said, how quick can you get hard? And I said, we can find out.
Was it like a vacuum action kind of thing? Quick.
So,
this is, I mean.
Let me explain the situation to you. So we go down to the pool. It's me, her, my little sister, who's like 9 at the time. We get out. of the pool. We're all getting ready to go back up to the room. And I look at my little sister and I said, you should race us upstairs on the other elevator. And my little sister's like, yeah, sure. It hops in the other elevator. She starts going up. I get in the elevator with her. She's in a bathing suit. I'm just in swimming trunks. We're going up and she asked me the question, like, how hard can you get quick, or how quick can you get hard? I'm like, pretty quick. She's like, you ever had your dick sucked in an elevator before? I was like, no, but it can happen right now. And she just got on her knees and started.
Did you finish?
No, I didn't finish.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, there's no way you can finish in an elevator that quickly.
I mean,
Head?
the music was playing. It was good ambiance.
How long does it take you to finish from head?
It depends.
It takes me like solid 20.
20 minutes?
This is what I'm talking about. The freaking soccer stamina. This is what I'm talking about. The soccer stamina, bro.
Well, I never really.
Minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to
Back
say.
in the day, in my old relationship, I never got head.
Mid-head, 5. If I'm getting some great head, like 3.5.
For real?
Yes,
I'm just so used to. I only finish. I don't even jerk off anymore. I just sex.
Just sex? You see, I use pussy as my lotion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm not used to like that stuff. So I'm not used to vaginas.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Caleb's over here living the high life.
Yeah,
now.
bro. I'm in a committed relationship now. I got shit.
I got a committed relationship to entertainment right now. That's what I'm stuck doing.
I once ghosted a girl because I took her to Olive Garden, which is already really fucking expensive. And you know what this bitch did? She got a fucking appetizer.
Oh my God.
Last time we ever talked. You don't get a fucking appetizer at Olive Garden. I don't give a shit if it's unlimited whatever. And it wasn't even good shit that I could share.
You already get breadsticks in a salad.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Appetizer
it was like shit I hate, like something like pickle related, and it was $11.
Pickle related.
I don't know. It was like something weird or like jalapeno. I don't know. Shit I don't eat. And because you know how it goes. You could go out with your mom, and it's like they're like, any appetizers, and it's like, I'm good. Are you good? And they're like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, I'm good, and she was like, actually, yeah. And I was like,
Going
never
back
again.
to splitting the bill.
Never again.
This is what I'm talking about, splitting the bill. If you're gonna
retail.
I was like, bitch, if you're gonna be ordering appetizers, you're paying for that appetizer.
Are we ready for the Drake video?
Sure. So I actually have brought it up here.
So if you don't know where it's
I'm not gonna show it. Ian, if you want to see it, I can turn the camera.
I can turn. Okay, so if the audience doesn't
wait,
know
let me see if I can actually. It's just a picture. I can't. But
yeah, but you still need to see the picture. So basically, Canadian rapper Drake, his penis leaked. Look at that fucking thing. Mine stops there.
I mean. That's a pretty good sized penis, but I wouldn't say it's like out of the fucking line.
Can I pull up my nudes and compare it?
No, we don't want to see that. We've already discussed. We've already discussed.
I don't know about seeing your penis.
You know what my girlfriend said about that? You know what my girlfriend said about that?
What, Drake or yours?
About that one. I hadn't seen it yet, and I was like, "Is it huge?" She was like, "Oh, it's huge," and I was like, "Oh, I bet." I was just making it. I was like, "Oh, I bet you want to do that." She's like, "No, I don't really like big dicks." And I was like, thanks.
I mean, it's not always about big.
She was like, I feel like that would hurt. And I'm like, oh, what about mine? She's like, yours is a good size.
Well, my grandpa always told me, would you rather have a railroad spike tickle you or a feather?
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it's all about like, it's just basically from like, I grew up in college humor days. Ian, you might know, but like they would always post videos and stuff like that, talking about stuff like that. And there was a video where they talk about like they interviewed random girls and stuff like that. And they would all say, like, they would ask them questions like, do you prefer big dicks or whatever? And a lot of them, like a majority of them actually, I don't think never really said they prefer big dicks. They just prefer like standards or normal ones and stuff like that.
Average.
Yeah.
We like slightly above average here. Winky face.
And so while I was looking that up, I was looking on Reddit. And then I just found the random post talking about this. I was like, yo, so Drake got the 15 Pro or the Pro Max. So that's either 5.77 inches or 6.3 inches. if you assume that he's holding it from the 1/3 point of his piece, then he's hitting BBC range. But if it's a 15 Pro, not a Max, then he's hitting BBC Junior range. Anyone know what the phone is?
That's the thing is when you hold it from the bottom, you can make it look a lot different.
Yeah, that's exactly.
If you hold it from the middle, it's different. If you hold it from the bottom, you can make it like huge.
And so this is like from like people with cameras, so they know like there's a difference between the Pro and the Max.
Well, you know Drake has the latest phone. So
he's gonna have the 15 Pro.
Yeah, for
sure. So if it is the Pro, not the Max, and according to this guy, he's hitting the BBC Junior range.
What inches size?
I mean, it's still going to be bigger than a normal white guy, anyways.
Okay, thanks.
Well, all I'm saying, guys, is if you have that much money and your dick's that big, You've already won.
This is the thing. This is the thing where, like, with my thing and knowing Drake's personality is that if that was really his size, he himself would have leaked that long time ago.
That's the thing.
So?
He's been famous for 20
personality,
years. How's he just not getting leaked?
no, like his personality, he would have bragged about it a
already
long
been a Drake
time ago.
line about
Yeah,
it.
The fact Lil Pump's was leaked before Drake just blows my mind. Can you pull up Lil Pump's penis real quick?
I don't want to. No.
Okay.
I've already looked up Drake's, and that's
Make his life.
we're not that
dicks.
we're not that down to earth, Caleb. Okay, come on, it's okay. All right,
Can I share something stupid that I did?
sure,
For sure.
Okay, so I apologize. I'm talking about a female again. But so we were looking through her Instagram or whatever, just talking about her friends or whatever. And she was like, go to that picture. And it was this girl. She was like a redhead. She was like, you matched on Tinder with her. And I was like, oh shit, what did I say? She was like, you told her she had the greatest ass you've ever seen in your entire life. And I was like, December Caleb was a fucking idiot.
Well, was this one of those situations where you sent the mass text out?
I think that was a rapid fire. I think that was a rapid fire one because I saw it afterwards and it wasn't anything great. And she was like, she's got a flatty. I'm like, honestly, I really don't. Because my girlfriend's got a massive ass. And I was like, I swear, like, you have the greatest ass I've ever seen. But like, I really don't remember saying, I was trying to remember. But that was like December me was just rapid firing everything. So
it's the
it
beginning
was
of the
like,
fuckboy phase.
I feel like that was top tier of the fuckboy phase.
Like the peak.
Because that's finally when I started having like sex with people, women, not people. And that was like peak it. So like I didn't care who it was or like as long as
You're
they
just
were
trying
like
to get bodies at that point.
I was trying to get bodies. But yeah, so I greatly apologize because now it's like I don't know. I just felt like an asshole, and I was like, "You idiot." But
It's okay, Caleb.
I legitimately matched with every girl in 100 miles.
Yeah,
We
we
all
all
have an
learn
instance
from things that we do in our life, whether they're mistakes or
Yeah.
just dumb
You need
decisions.
those mistakes.
But like,
You
I
need
legitimately
those.
matched with every girl in 100 miles, so they all have messages like that.
At least they don't all have dick pics.
I saw them out too.
See. This is the beauty of it, because if anything, this will at least pop off locally. So then, if anything, those
All
girls
of them
will
are trying to
be.
get back at Caleb.
Yeah,
They're all
every
just gonna-
comment's gonna be that motherfucker's tiny, bro. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I hyped him up. I sent him a voicemail, but it's tiny.
He didn't ghost me. I ghosted him after the dick pic. Is that the story that gets spread? And you know it is.
No one saved it except for one girl, but
Is
it
that a
didn't
good
show
or a
my
bad
actual
thing?
penis.
Is that good or a bad thing?
I didn't want anyone to like.
I mean, I guess
screenshot it.
you won't know until you ask them.
That's true.
Like, it'd be like, I just want to respect you. Or it'd be like, no, I don't give a shit. That's the tiniest fucking, go fuck yourself.
It's not that tiny.
It's like, oh, wait, you can't.
It's not that tiny.
Oh, wait.
It's
No.
not that tiny.
I mean, we've already discussed this. Like, I'm Mexican, so that's all I need to say about me. So,
He's not circumcised.
You're not circumcised?
Is that
no,
crazy?
bro. No, how
He
is
thinks
that a
it's normal.
crazy? It's
So-
a normal thing.
So it's normal for you, but imagine your whole life you can see the head of your penis.
I mean, if
very
that was
nice
my
thing.
whole life, then I'd think that's normal.
See,
But
exactly. You
that's the
gotta
thing.
come from
But
our
like,
point.
yeah,
'Cause
I
the
know-
head gets
I've never,
huge.
I never said you guys are the weirdos or anything like that.
And you have a lower chance of STDs.
I know. I'm
Does
just
he actually?
Yeah.
I have-
uncircumcised
Because he's got a
people,
little tarp over it.
Little tarp. It's a little protection
But
cone.
like, but the thing is because like my point of view is like I'm not religious, I'm not Jewish or whatever. So there's no need for me to be circumcised. Back then, it was useful to help keep you clean, but nowadays you could just pull the skin back and wash your dick in the shower. It's not that hard.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Like it's not as bad as people think, and it is. You are more sensitive too.
So, question.
Yeah.
Have you ever shown like a girl and then be like, "Where's the tip of your dick?"
No, I mean
Not once.
No, I mean they're just like
Is that
they
something you
just have a
discussed
look
with
at
them?
confusion at first, and then if they ask, I tell them. If they don't, then I don't bring it up.
You know those
Oh, I
water
got you,
toys like finger traps where it's like it
Like a
always
Chinese
slips out
finger
your-
trap?
No, it's like the water ones where it always like slips out of your hand.
Yeah,
Does it look like that?
Look like that.
It's not some flaccid tube thing.
Yeah.
It still gets hard.
Yeah, I mean that thing is huge, but like think about it. It never like it just like it's got a little cover, and you like can like.
You can pull it, bro.
Can
I
you
You
can
just pull the skin down, Caleb.
So could you technically like could you pull the skin up, right? And could you attach to a penis that's uncircumcised?
I mean, I guess, but
So what if you like taped it?
Caleb, you've been spending way too much time around Slade.
yeah, I mean, this is the stuff you got to be looking up on your own time. But you're no longer single anymore, but you've missed out.
I'm trying to think if you two are like attached and you're just like, "Urgh." trying to get
Like
off
a
each
tug
other.
of war kind of thing.
Yeah, like a tug of war. Like a tug of war. It's like I'm going. But think about if that was sex. It's like I'm going to absorb your penis.
Let's go next topic.
Okay. So you said Jewish people, and I want to know if you guys listen to Kanye's new album.
I have
not for the reason that I hate Kanye. It's just I'm not very connected to the music world.
I listened to the entire thing. Right, there are some bangers, and I will say there are some very good songs.
Is
for
Kanye
me,
still canceled?
yes. So he
Yeah, he
actually
is
in one of his
still
songs,
canceled,
because you know he's like anti-Semitic apparently.
Yeah.
And in one of his songs, he goes anti-Semitic. Nah, I just fucked a Jewish bitch, and that's my favorite fucking line.
That line does go hard. You got to think from everything that's came out from Kanye.
Because
Yeah,
it's like
that's
music,
true.
like the whole time music, and then he stops the music and he just goes, anti-Semitic? Nah, just fucked a Jewish bitch. And then he goes back to the music. I mean, it's not my favorite Kanye line. My favorite Kanye line of all time
So
is...
after that happens, do you think she's still endorsed by the Jewish people?
I don't know. He may... I don't know. Who knows if he actually did fuck a Jewish bitch? He definitely did.
He most definitely did.
I mean, he's probably fucked a lot of Jewish girls.
It was a bar, but my favorite Kanye line of all time is, I may have dropped out of school, but I've always had a PhD, a pretty huge dick. That's a good one.
That is that. Kanye is talented. That's what makes me
He's
so
amazing
sad.
making
That
music.
Kanye
There's a
got
reason why people. I mean, he's in the like top 5 rappers of all time for a reason.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, he has funny lines like on "I'm in It." He goes, "Eating Asian pussy, all I need is sweet and sour sauce." Like I like that one. And then, but he's like his no song is the same.
Yeah. He
They're
can
all
change
like
his flow. His rhythm.
no matter if it like there's no bars in it, it's terrible. Like it's still like one of those gorgeous instrumentals you ever hear. So, but I feel like that take may get us in trouble
What part about that take?
because we're praising Kanye.
We're
We're not praising what he said. We're just praising his music ability.
We're praising
There's
his
a difference
music
between
ability.
there's a difference between praising someone's musical talent and praising someone's ideologies.
Yeah, we are definitely not endorsing Kanye
No.
and his ideologies against Jewish people.
Did you see the Grammys? I already asked Ian this in personal time. Did you see the Grammys?
No, I've only seen just like basically the main headlines, like Killer Mike getting arrested.
Okay. I
and
want to
stuff.
talk to you about that. So,
I haven't heard about this.
who do you think should have won best rap album of the year?
I honestly,
I think it should have been that one right there. Heroes and Villains. But Killer Mike's album, I will say, is really good. I listened to it. Scientists and Engineers is really good.
I see. I haven't been keeping up with the rap.
It was
genre too
between
lately.
Me either.
It was between Heroes and Villains, Utopia by Travis Scott, Her Loss by Drake, and then Killer Mike's. Her Loss is fucking trash. I don't care. I like Drake a little bit.
No,
I
Drake's
tried to
Drake's
listen to
he's
the
bro.
album.
hung.
I couldn't.
The album is horrible.
it's
horrible.
trash.
Utopia, I think, is a no-skip album, but Heroes and Villains is just like one of the greatest things I've ever heard. It also had 3 billion streams compared to Killer Mike's album had 30 million. But it's not about that. It's about quality.
The Grammys is all about popularity.
It is about popularity. That's why Doja Cat wins shit.
Yeah, that's
And
why
J. Cole
Doja Cat
has-
wins.
J. Cole has 2 fucking Grammys, and they were both on features, and it's bullshit. He once did he did an entire album by himself, no features, didn't win anything. One of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my entire life, 2014, Forest Hills Drive.
Is J. Cole like top 5 for y'all?
J. Cole's my number 1.
Your number 1.
Mhm.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, it's definitely biased because, like, he's on my wall. Like, I'm obsessed with him. But he also was just voted greatest rapper alive.
Really?
Yeah.
By who? I like J. Cole.
I
I'd
forget
like to
who.
preface that.
I mean, currently right now, I could see that.
Who I can't remember who exactly it was. Which none of those things even matter because like he was never even on XXL, like stuff like that. So like none of that shit really matters. And like Travis Scott's never won a Grammy, ever. And I mean Travis Scott's made some of the best music.
I agree with that. Where do you rank Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick's unreal. I mean,
love
I'm not
Kendrick
a big
Lamar.
Kendrick person. I was now when I wasn't a massive Kendrick person, but he's done a song with J. Cole before, and it was pretty solid. But when Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers came out, I went through his entire discography, and he's fucking crazy.
Oh, he's
His
insane.
flow, like I went back to Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh,
What a fucking album!
Beautiful
My opinion, Pimp a Butterfly is arguably one of the best rap albums of all time.
Ever.
it's amazing. Even like Rolling Stones has it
this
on,
is how you know it was Grammys about popularity. Is that fucking Malcolm Moore's album beat that album
Yes, it
on the
did,
Grammys?
which
That's
is
how you
ridiculous.
that year was a year that I stopped actually watching the Grammys. I'm like, this is how you know this is just bullshit.
And then fucking Iggy's. Even J. Cole made a song about that. He said it's called Fire Squad, and it's a joke. But he talks about how he's tired of going to the Grammys and watching Iggy Azalea take awards. He's like, because it's just popularity and bullshit. But okay, I'll get to you, Gabe. I want to hear you next. But Ian, I want to hear. I don't care the genre. I want to hear, and it doesn't have to be best. Just your top 5 favorite artists.
Favorite artists. So you're putting me in a position here because I am horrible with names and music.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I listen to music is when I'm feeling emotional. I'm like whenever I'm riding around in the car, I always have YouTube playing.
I get that.
Okay.
Yeah, I only listen to music whenever.
Think
I'm
about your top
emotional.
3.
Top 3, like
Because I could give you my top
music
5 right now
artists?
like that.
Music artists.
Yeah. Any genre, I don't care. We're not going to judge
So
you.
this is gonna sound really weird. Not top one, but John Bellion. Have y'all heard any of his music?
I have. Yeah.
I love John Bellion.
That's the he made a was that All Time Low?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love.
That's
John
a good one.
Bellion.
I mean, that's a good one. That was played at Kroger today, and it was the unclean version too, which was funny. And then he
Hey,
made
I worked at Kroger's once.
what's the other really big song of his? Because he talks about how like
Can you
he's
sing
like,
it to me?
"You're the reason I masturbate."
Oh yeah, I have that on my playlist. Couldn't
Yeah.
tell you the name of it. That's what I'm saying when I say I'm horrible with names. If you play a song for me, I'll sing it to you, but I
Yeah.
have no idea what the name is.
So John Bellion, I was not in the slightest expecting that. Who else?
Probably Kendrick Lamar if I'm gonna pick a
Okay.
rapper.
One of my favorite my okay, Wesley's Theory, I love that song. But my favorite Kendrick song of all time is Pride
Pride.
off of Damn.
Oh yeah,
Because it's a good album.
That was my introduction album to Kendrick Lamar was Damn.
Good song. Or good album. The thing is, I didn't, because like growing up, like my rap, it was a lot of like trends. So it was just like humble.
Yeah.
Because like I listened to like Lil Pump back in the day. Because like I didn't really understand music really well. So it was just like whatever was on the radio. And then I discovered that Humble really isn't all that good of a song, that there are a million times better songs.
Yeah, Humble.
He makes really good songs.
Humble was more just like a statement song,
Yeah.
but not really like a good rapping statement song,
plus-
but just like a stamp down kind
That
of
was
thing.
one of his staples on that album.
Yeah,
That was
basically.
YouTube Rewind. That was what the song they used that YouTube.
Yeah, I've
Because
heard-
the
yeah,
KSI
YouTube
was
Rewind.
spinning the fidget spinner. And that made me hate it because then I hate trends with a passion. But who else? Who would you say is
So we
number
got
3?
Kendrick, we got John Bellion. This is an off the wall pick, but just because I spent lots and lots of my childhood listening to him is AC/DC.
Okay.
My parents growing up, I heard it every Friday night, the loudest volume you could possibly hear it. I could probably sing 90% of the AC/DC songs just from heart. My dad would sit down and play them. Like he plays guitar, he'd sit down and play them. So I'd pick AC/DC as my third favorite.
I mean, that's a classic, so I'll take it. I'll say mine, and then Gabe, you can say yours. Because I feel like this would be good for the audience to connect too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my number 1 is obviously J. Cole. I mean, he's a North Carolina rapper, and I'm from North Carolina. So that means he means a lot to me. And
right.
then my number 2 is Mac Miller.
Ooh.
You want to talk about getting in your fucking feels?
Now, I might have to put, if I get a 4th spot, Mac Miller's
You can have a 4th
definitely
spot.
on there.
Yes.
I love Mac.
I can name like literally every Mac Miller song and tell you everything about it. If you can't tell, I'm like really big music.
Mac Miller got me through some tough times.
Oh, me too. That's the thing. Okay, so like, obviously,
can
like,
I revise my list?
yeah, revise your list.
Can I take off AC/DC and put
Yeah.
Kid Cudi?
That's
okay,
a
did
very
you listen
that's
to
a-
album?
that's a very interesting swap right
Yeah.
there.
I know. AC/DC was very instrumental in my life, but Kid Cudi, I'd say through breakups,
Kid Cudi with
Yeah.
got
Kanye.
me through everything.
Kid
I would
Cudi
listen
and
to
Kanye
3
do not make a
songs
bad
on
song.
repeat.
I love his songs with Kanye. They don't make a bad song together. Like the Cudi hum, gets me horny.
Mm,
The Cudi hum.
yeah,
Um,
it has its own cult following, definitely.
but with Mac Miller, like when I want to have fun, kids, obviously.
Mhm.
When I'm horny, I listen to the Divine Feminine because it's just such a saxophone. Now swimming, when I want to cry, I listen to that song. But Circles, that's when I'm at my happiest. I love that album. My number 3 is Girly, and I feel like I'm gonna get judged for it. My number 3 is Harry Styles.
Bro, Harry Styles gets it, bro.
He's on my wall.
Yeah,
I
like
love it. I love Harry Styles.
he's a top artist.
He's
Like
got-
you get
He's
what
a top
you got to
artist.
say what you say,
Deep
but he's a
tracks.
top artist.
I mean, he has like really, really popular tracks, but he's got deep tracks.
Yeah.
And women love him. That's the my ex-girlfriend would probably drop everything in her life.
I would drop
to have
everything.
one out with Harry Styles.
I would drop everything and have one with hairstyles. I'm also a really big Post Malone guy.
I like his newer stuff.
And then I also
God.
yeah. But that that song. That song. And then I also really like I'm a big I really like 21 Savage. I also really love Jay-Z. I mean, obviously I love Kanye. And then I also really like I'm a big Zach Bryan guy and a big Noah Khan guy. I honestly don't know who I could pick for fifth.
It's Caleb's top 10.
I also really love Metro Boomin, and I love Travis Scott. I have a really but I have a really really diverse taste in music. Like it's very diverse.
From your list.
I love I love Portuguese music, and then Esramo Carlos, I love him, and then I also do love Taylor Swift. So those are my people.
It was scripted,
but it's like J. Cole, Mac Miller, Harry Styles are my top 3 people. But I'm also I'm a hardcore rap guy. So, Gabe, let's hear it.
Okay, so mine, I'll go a bit diverse too, but
Mexican OT.
No, I could put in some Spanish people, but I'm actually just gonna. They're mostly English speaking artists. But
Okay.
so, well, my first one is because I listened to them as a kid, and I still listen. Well, it's one guy really, but Gorillaz.
Oh, I love the Gorillas.
Yeah, so the Gorillaz.
My brother, the Gorillas.
Yeah, so the Gorillaz, one of them definitely, and then another one for me, just put a different genre, is Major Lazer. I've always listened to a lot of their music. I like reggae music, just kind of EDM music in general. David Guetta, I listened to him growing up all the time.
His with Kid Cudi.
Yeah, memories. But right now, currently, Major Lazer, because they're more current, I guess they're releasing music more. David Guetta's still releasing some good music and stuff like that. But right now, kind of Major Lazer is kind of more popular right now, which is that. And then another one is Woodkid. Don't know if you guys, probably not. Yeah, he basically is like a composer more. So he's like a lot of instrumentals, and he has some lyrics in there, but it's a lot of just kind of orchestrate instrumentals and very, very good vocals and stuff like that. Is what he does.
That's a banger right there.
Yeah, but so those are just 3 artists right there that I got for me. I have a diverse genre music wise. I listen to EDM, rap, R&B, pop. I gotta really be feeling it for the country.
Should we go bowling tonight?
Tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I don't got money, bro.
Bro, paycheck's
Isn't it
Thursday.
$9?
Paycheck's Thursday, bro.
It's like $1 bowling night.
What is the day? Tuesday? It is.
Is that on Holiday Inn or Holiday Lanes?
I think so. I don't know if it's $1. I think it might be $2, but still, either way.
The max is $5.
I'm not gonna let y'all know now. You're gonna get pissed off at me when we go bowling.
Are you that good?
Are you try hard?
I'm not try hard. I'm just.
You're just good.
I'm just good.
You're just naturally good. That's all it
I
is.
would dust you.
I'm like, I already have the old white man body.
Yeah.
I got the perfect release with the leg kick out. I can bowl right or left-handed.
I either hit a strike or it's not called scratch. That's pool. I gutter ball it. There's no in between.
No spares.
No spares.
Maybe not tonight. We can go in there today because I do need money.
No,
I need my money.
Yeah.
But
I'm right there with you.
I'm right there, but with the games like bowling, Top Golf, the same way. The first round, I'm always trash.
And then
I'm last place, and then I get shit faced, and then I get better. That's what happened. I went to bowling lane. It was the first time I ever went bowling, and then first game I was dead last. Second game I already got 8 beers in me, and then I was first place.
He just turns into the Tiger Woods of bowling.
And then Top Golf, first game I was dead last. I got 3 strawberry daiquiris in me, and then the second game I was in first place.
No, you remember that bowling dude?
Yeah, he's like, whoever you think you are.
All right, but
all right. We want to thank you. I felt like this was a very, very, very good episode. You know why? Because Ian stayed in his seat and didn't play with anything. He didn't make a lot of noise. Will, I'm talking about you, buddy. But no, it was great. I really had a lot of fun. I cannot wait till next episode. And even if this never takes off, I hope we always just sit down.
I like to look back at this couple years.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ian, if for sure. Whenever we do a next episode, if you're down to be on it too.
I'm so down. I love this.
Next episode we do. I'm down all for it.
I can feel me getting addicted to this.
Yeah,
and
bro. It's
throughout the week, if you think of something, doesn't even have to be funny. If you think of something you just want to hear our opinions on, just write it down. Especially since we're getting deeper into the year, deeper into
the dead season.
Yeah, so I feel
Unless
like
y'all
around
wanna
like
talk about
summertime.
I mean,
so
February.
if you talk about baseball on this fucking podcast,
That's
you never
what
come
I'm
back on this
saying, bro.
podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
February will be a dead month. March will be a good month with March Madness.
Oh,
Yo,
yes.
boy.
That's
We got to
will
make
be-
our brackets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should do podcast brackets.
Oh, for sure.
And
See, this is what I was talking about being quiet. Like when you guys were talking basketball, I didn't say a single word, so I don't know shit about basketball.
You can still do
That's how
March
I feel
Madness
about
bracket.
it.
I'll
when
do
y'all
it.
were
I'll do.
talking about soccer.
I'll do it. I'll be involved. Like I know a decent amount of basketball. I just don't know. I'm not too in depth. I don't know
Hey, bro,
like
ask
all
questions.
the rules.
There's
Yeah,
people out there that don't know shit about basketball.
buddy. I try to watch every sport.
I feel like we hit
I'm
every
not-
demographic.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to watch. I mean, I try to watch every sport. I have a team at least in every sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, like baseball. I tried to watch the Padres, but I just couldn't really get into
Horrible team.
baseball.
Go Red Sox.
Go Braves.
Actually, fuck baseball with passion, and I have a very valid reason why.
Well, we can get on that different time.
Next pod.
But
Yeah, next pod.
but yeah, it's just anything. So, but thank you once again, Ian. Really appreciate. Hopefully, we can continue with the three of us. We can come up with some more with us
Something
three.
special.
Get some going down.
It is Champions League season, so we'll have a lot of soccer. to
Yeah,
talk
me
about.
and Caleb will have something to talk about.
Y'all will talk about that.
We'll explain it to you. We'll explain it to you.
We'll explain to
I'll
you.
do
Yeah,
that.
we'll help you. We'll help you try to get into it if you're interested in it.
But yeah, you ever see any culturally significant events or anything?
It can be
just write it down.
anything.
Just write
The
it
only
down.
the only thing we don't want is, I will say we don't want too much. I don't mind if you throw it in there, but too much political stuff.
Yeah, no
yeah,
politics.
yeah.
But if you like
I'm
think
good.
about like
No politics.
like honestly like if you ever watch JJ Redick's podcast?
That's the only sports podcast I don't really touch in.
'Cause he'll have like Tyrese Halliburton on it, and they'll do like a draft. Like they take like it'll be like top 5 mall stores from like the 2010s or whatever, and they'll like. But you ever think of it like, it don't have to be that, but you ever think of an idea and you like want to send it to us so we can think about it through the week? Honestly, one thing I would love to do is like write like a short like movie script or something, and I'll just like read it out and just like kind of
Like a stage play.
Yeah,
Like a
like if I wrote, because I used to write movies and like they were like really funny and really offensive. Honestly, we could read it out on here. I don't even care. But if you ever think of anything that you want, honestly, just our opinions on,
See, this is the beauty of it with because we have the podcast is called Dwn2Rth, but their YouTube channel in general is called Dwn2Rth, and there's a podcast section, so we could have the podcast, and then we could just upload any type of videos we want.
yeah, you can just do
do
shorts.
Yeah, we can do shorts, or we can
A 7-minute video.
Yeah, 10-minute videos, 20-minute videos, just real quick videos, anything. It doesn't even have to be about the podcast. It could be about just some random shit that we decide to do.
It doesn't even have to be funny.
It could
'cause
be a
you know-
vlog.
You know me, I say random
Bruh,
shit anyways.
Good idea is that when we go
Vlog
to
Nashville.
Vlog Nashville, and then we'll upload the vlog, and then we'll upload the podcast episode talking about it and stuff like that. It'll be a great time because
It would be a great time.
Caleb has never been to Nashville.
Never.
I've never been to Nashville.
Bruh, I will take you guys everywhere. I'll show you the town.
Oh, shit.
I'll show you the town. But yeah, because I mean, I go there 2-3 times a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
I feel safe
I've
with
lived
you, though.
I've lived
I
there for
feel safe
I've
with
lived there for 2 years.
Okay. So
So-
you know the area.
Yeah, I know the area. I lived there for 2 years.
We won't get stabbed with
Yeah,
you.
no. I mean, I know where not to get stabbed.
Okay. Okay.
But in Nashville downtown, there's no promises anywhere. But I know the big parts to avoid. But yeah, I mean, I've been there for 2 years, and I go there ever since then. I go there not once, like 2-3 times a year. So I know the area good enough. And I mean, yeah, every time I go back, there's always something new. Like that mini golf course place, it just opened up like that week when I went there, and it showed because their like system was bad.
It's already fucked.
Yeah, it was so fucked. I'm like, bro, this is not too much of a good experience. You can tell they're still figuring stuff out because it was so cramped. They didn't know how to organize the guests and stuff like that. It was
Who's eating? Who's drinking?
who's golfing, who's in line, whose place is in line and stuff like that. Because you would have to wait in line, and then if you want to go to drink, you have to go to the bar and then come
And then
back
you're
to
out of
and then
line.
So it's like it's kind of annoying, but like I think once they figure it out, it'll be better. But this is just going off on a rant that I probably won't even attach to the podcast now.
Okay.
Can I ask one more question before we're done?
Yeah.
What's a fupa?
Fat upper pussy area. So big girls.
Yeah,
big girls?
it's like that.
I've
It's
never
like that.
se- I've
It's like a
never been
poofy,
with
like a
one.
poofy stomach, kind of weird poofy.
So like you know how you get like I guess not you, bro, but Gabe knows what I'm talking about. You get that little pudge.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Now, okay, so imagine
got a
that,
little bit.
but imagine it's like out to here.
What the hell did you just say to me?
A little bit.
come
I
on,
got a
come on.
beeline, bro.
Okay, okay.
You call me fat?
No, I said you got a little bit. Doesn't mean you're fat, bro.
Dude, I used to play with him. Milligan used to only
solid.
fuck chicks, and he loved fupas. He'd
Yeah,
be
you
like,
see
"Bro, I'd
this?
go over there and lift it up."
This is a
Get
fupa
in
right
there.
here, buddy. That's a fupa right there.
Gabe's calling me fat. Okay, in the episode right now.
All right. Well,
I'm offended.
all right. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for listening to episode 3 featuring me, Kaleb, and Ian.
Caleb apparently has a fupa.
You got to chill down. You got to slow your roll. But anyways, but thank you, Ian, once again. And hopefully, I mean, Ian will definitely be coming on the show. He'll also be a main star on this show. Definitely. So thank you for listening. And we hope you guys continue to watch our future episodes and see whatever future content in general we decide to come up with and share.